Second Battle of Seattle. Big radio meets small radio, but it's not going to be on the streets this time. It's going to be jacking up the airwaves.
This is about Reclaim the Media. Events going on all weekend.
All the big media mogul people are right across the street from us right now.
I oppose NAB because I think that they have too much control over media. I think that media and information is power, and I think that the people need to take back some of that power.
How are we going to stop Clear Channel? People power! How are we going to stop the NAB? People power!
We need a media movement. We need a movement that takes what we know about being activists in every other realm, and we need to apply it to the media.
NAB's in town, so we decided to come out and stage an interactive protest. We have a banner, and we will be covering ourselves in newspapers, demonstrating how the media makes people blind by controlling what we read, by what we see, and by what we hear.
We're not your mass consumption slaves! We're pirates! Take them back away!
Instead of journalists, what do we have in the country today? We have lapdogs with laptops. They're not watchdogs, they're lapdogs. They're overpaid gas bags wearing Armani suits, Gucci shoes, and Patek Philippe watches.
Media is no longer a situation where you can just sit back and passively engage yourself in just listening to it.
Have you been burned by Clear Channel today? Clear Channel is destroying community radio. They come in, they buy all the radio stations, they turn them into satellite feeds with no local announcers, no community relevance at all. And they're basically, the FCC is allowing them to sort of take over the entire radio spectrum, and we're here to stop that.
Thank you all for coming out and for leaving as quickly as you can, as Clear Channel just bought this space and will be emitting tear gas from the vents shortly. You shall be replaced by automatons.
It is possible to beat Clear Channel. It's possible to hit them in the wallet where it really will count.
Well, the spectrum is a finite amount of the airwaves that can be used for broadcasting, and those airwaves are being taken up by the corporations. They don't pay any rent, they just take it away.
It's like going into a bar, and there are all these empty bar stools, and the guy says, no, I want elbow room.
The Federal Telecommunications Act of 1996, previous to that act, it was only allowed that one company was allowed to own 5% of any media market. But now it's up to 35%.
The truth is that the FCC's original charter says that they are supposed to ensure that the airwaves are used by people who have the people's best interest in mind and not their own. The fact of the matter is, the FCC ensures that the airwaves are used by assholes who have their own best interest in mind.
That's why our motto is the truth shall set you free. Fuck the FCC.
What we do isn't about getting technology into people's hands. It's about people reframing and re-understanding the values of their culture in a way that enables them to be more effective in their struggles for resistance and self-determination.
One of the easy ways to prove it is just to have a drinking game. You know, turn on the news and flip the channels through each of the major networks, and every time you see a woman giving her expert opinion about a serious news topic, take a drink. I promise you, that will be the thirstiest hour of your life. You'll be parched, you'll be peeved, and maybe you'll be ready to hold the networks accountable for their underrepresentation of women's voices.
You can whine and complain and say things are bad, they're worse than bad, it's awful, there's corporate control, 6 corporations control the media, but you know all that. So what are we going to do about it?
And how are we going to do it? How are we actually going to gain control like we want? And so I think that's where the conversation is on strategy, and that's what people have been talking about this week in Seattle that have come here for Reclaim the Media.
We have a lot of challenges in front of us. We have a challenge to change the damage that the media machine, the corporate media machine is doing. And we also have a challenge to build up our own institutions in such a way that they can never be compromised or undermined again.
They're huge and bloated, they're a rotting empire, and we're kicking them in the ass as they fall.
The National Association of Broadcasters, these lovely people up in the hotel over there, they are coming to our town, Philadelphia, next year, October 1st through 3rd. You know that we're going to organize something to make sure that they have a lousy time when they come to visit Philadelphia.